I have accumulated over 115-ish hours on the Elder Scrolls Online. There's something so incredibly pleasurable about going back every single year and hearing that main menu theme change. And this year, the Gold Road is no exception. Thank you to Bethesda for sponsoring this video. Let's check out the Elder Scrolls Online, the Gold Road main theme. Oh, nice, Cicero. Key change. So this is fun. So this is different than a lot of the other themes that we hear. We've heard the Elder Scrolls theme now many iterations. This is actually the first time that we are going to be going back to the locations of Oblivion in the Elder Scrolls Online. We've had Skyrim before. What I really like about this is how fast it is. So when we go back to the beginning, we pretty much start right away. There's a bit of this bubbling sensation here. That preamble is essentially, not filler, but it's essentially music that allows us to get ready for the main thrust of the main melody. You hear that kind of cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. And then we have this cascading of the violins and the strings. We add another layer to that. Now we add the chorus. Swell into, right? But this is cool because we actually have a caesura, and a caesura is two notes. It's two on the music score. A caesura is like this, and what it represents is a pause, and that's actually really effective because we lift just for a second. We have all this tension building up, and then we just go ooh, pa pa pong, and then this section. Ready? Watch. Ready? Caesura. And then we go key change, and that's really funny. And that's where that main motif comes in. We have the same motif that we've heard throughout, but it's always really fun because when we have a new iteration of it, it's essentially a variation on a theme. It's one of the most pleasurable parts about music is that you can take something that you know super well and you mix it and match it and throw it in the wash, and you slice it and dice it in a different way, and it comes out the other side like a brand new piece, even though the core center of it is still that main theme. It's extremely evocative. And in this particular case, the faster version of it really invokes a sense of invitation. It invokes a sense of brightness. The Gold Road. You sense like a shimmering quality to this theme that's really, I think, satisfying. And I like how it doesn't it doesn't do that. In fact, because it's so fast, it actually futzes with the rhythm a little bit. It becomes a different piece because the rhythm is different. Even though the main motifs elements are still there, it's a different feeling of push and pull, which is really fun. And the chorus in the background is really cool. Like, oh, that bassoon in there. So we have this ostinato shun 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 shun. Oh, this is so cool. So here in this middle section, we're actually getting hints of the motif. Da, 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 ya, da, 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 da. It's probably going to have a call and response in here, but it's fun because now we have this like meandery section. It almost feels like we're getting lost in the woods a little bit. So basically one of these expansions ends up having about 30 hours of new content, and this Gold Road is not going to be any exception to that, which is really, really satisfying when you play it because the stories individually tend to be really good, and it's one of the Elder Scrolls Online's best parts. So I feel like this meandering is like looking for the objective or navigating the difficult trial or whatever. It sounds like bass clarinet. There's the oboe in there, the flutes, the woodwinds. It's kind of swirling around a little bit. And the constant is this driving forward in the strings. Oh, a little bit of tension. Another caesura. Oh, nice corner. Key change. Big emphasis and big beats there. This is a classic thing known as a sforzando. We pull back. I love the big beats that we feel in this pattern. There's a real sense of like poise, presence, being strong, standing your ground, and like looking adversity in the eye, but also a sense of sunrise. It's very interesting because the flutes and the woodwinds symbolize the sort of woodland scenario, but there's also an element there of grandiosity, of seeing a giant city, of being a part of a big battle and facing down the enemy, you know, like the very Elder Scrolls-y things that we're come to know and love and appreciate of the series. That's all intertwined in the music, and it's really supposed to present us with an arrival point, especially with a main theme like this. The main theme really sets the stage for us as players and as listeners for what's to come. If I recall correctly, the Somerset theme is super like airy and, you know, fae ideas and elves. The Morrowind one is very sort of dark, and you can hear like the volcanic ash and stuff. Whereas this, the Gold Road, really has a quality of forests and of treasure. You know, it's all just like whatever you hear. Those are the things that I'm picking up on that are fun. I'm actually getting pretty hyped for this. Another caesura, another pause. There's like 3 different phases to this. Now the harp is playing the motif, but like a weird version of it. A little bit of humming in the vocals there. It's a very vocals forward piece, actually. Oh, there's a little bit of like, huh? What's gonna happen? More caesura. Yeah. This itself is a variation on a theme. Oh, that's so pretty. I love this song. Now we get the tremolo on the strings. We get this big brass. Nice emphasis on the lower brass in there. Sustained long notes there. And then it fades away. I mean, it's like so welcoming of adventure, of possibility, of danger. You know, it's funny because emotions, all of these things can sort of intertwine. And music is really interesting because it can mix and match in a really beautiful way. It can be adventure. It can be fear. It can be exploration. It's awesome. I can't believe that we're finally going back to an area of Tamriel that we haven't visited since 2006's Oblivion. And per usual with every one of these expansions every year. I mean, it's like 10 years. There's always something new. In this case, there's 2 new public dungeons, 6 new world bosses, 6 delves, a 12-player PvE trial, and several different regions: the Gold Road, Dawnwood, Wildburn, and Colovian Highlands. So I'm there. I've actually been playing Elder Scrolls Online right now, regardless of this sponsorship opportunity. The thing that I really like about Elder Scrolls Online is that it can be enjoyed by yourself or with people. Most of the time, my 115 hours, I've pretty much exclusively played alone. You don't have to go in and like go hard. You can literally play in bite-sized chunks. I come back every year, every summer to play the expansion. There's standalone stories and quests, so you don't have to play everything, like consume it from start to finish, which is actually really nice. And the cool thing is that you don't have to catch up because of One Tamriel, every zone is your level and it scales to your experience, which is also really satisfying because you're never like having to play through a bunch of stuff to get to the new stuff. You can just dive in, which is really nice in terms of, I think they call that horizontal leveling or whatever. What I really like about that is that there's not a lot of sense of FOMO. You can just pick up where you left off and do the thing you want to do. And what's cool is that the subscription is optional. You buy the game and then it's yours and you have it. So it's cool. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm excited for my annual dive into Tamriel. Hopefully you are too. And as always, thanks a ton, and I'll see you later.